girlfriend I loved. The girls chasing me in the office might have formed a line. The manager used to value me too. But who knows what possessed him today? He starts picking on me the moment he enters. At first, everyone thinks I really did something wrong. But after listening carefully, the manager is clearly finding bones inside an egg just to make life hard. The manager usually looks all smiles. But when he wants to target someone, he can make it seriously painful. While everyone secretly feels sorry for me, as I am being scolded, I directly drop what I am holding. I say I quit, facing my sudden backbone. Everyone originally thinks the manager will at least try to keep me. Unexpectedly, he is even quicker than me. He tells me to get lost immediately, so I submit my resignation on the spot. But seeing me leave just like that, the co-workers who usually interact with me most are all reluctant to see me go. They come over to persuade me. I do not really mind. I say I need to go house hunting with my wife lately. I have no time to work anyway, so quitting is just fine. They say house hunting is house hunting, but I cannot lose my job. My co-workers keep trying to make me stay. They say if I apologize to the manager, and they help plead for me, he definitely will not insist on driving me away. If this place will not keep me, another place will. Dramatic, but useful. Facing their attempts to keep me, I leave very firmly. Holding my box, I take the elevator downstairs. Seeing I have made up my mind, they can only see me off. They say they did not expect me to leave so suddenly. There is not even time for a farewell meal. Maybe we can gather on the weekend. Everyone can drink a few cups together. While they are talking, they do not notice. I press the basement level button. By the time they realize, we have already reached basement level 1. Basement level 1 is the parking lot. Usually only car owners come down here. People without cars exit from the first floor. Then they turn toward the subway. Everyone thinks I pressed the wrong button. They are about to close the doors and go up. But then they watch me step out. I pull out my car key and give it a little shake. I tell them I will head off first. After saying that, I open the door of a nearby Ferrari LaFerrari. My co-workers watch me sit inside the LaFerrari. They all turn stupid on the spot. After a long while, someone finally curses and asks if this is my car. They ask if this is really my car. I nod with a casual hum. Then I calmly wave at them. I tell them we will meet again. Then I step on the gas and drive off. They realize the clown was themselves all along. Watching me leave in the LaFerrari, they all give bitter smiles. Actually, their reluctance to see me go is not because our bond is that deep. They are co-workers with competition between them. Even if we interact often, interests still collide sometimes. So nobody can be fully heart-to-heart. This time, with me leaving, their sympathy and efforts to keep me come more from sadness for their own kind. After all, they are all strivers drifting in Shanghai. Sometimes people still need to huddle for warmth. But they never imagined I could actually drive a Ferrari LaFerrari. That is a LaFerrari worth tens of millions. After all that, they think I am clearly a rich heir with mines at home. No wonder I quit the moment I said it. I was not nervous at all. Turns out they work here to survive, while I was only killing time. If I am unhappy, of course I leave. One of them curses that everyone is a rich heir except him. One co-worker curses that only he is truly broke. He looks at the other two guys. He asks if their families secretly own mines too. The other two roll their eyes at his fantasy. They say that is impossible. One says if he were a rich heir, why would he still be here? He would already be enjoying life in Sanya. They admit they are painfully jealous of me. I already look pretty decent. And office girls especially like me. Now they discover my family is supposedly loaded. To them, my life is basically running on cheat codes. Manager's son glances through his office door crack. My seat is empty, so he assumes I have already left. Manager's son sits in his office. He leisurely makes himself a cup of tea. Then he calls Jean Jiwen. He tells young Master Jean the matter is handled. On the other end, Jean Jiwen clearly did not expect Manager's son to work this efficiently. He freezes for a second. He asks if it happened that fast. Manager's son answers with a disdainful twitch. He says I am just a little bug. If he wants me out of the company, it only takes minutes. Jean Jiwen praises Manager's son for being impressive. He says he will treat him to a meal later. Hearing the job is done, Jean Jiwen grins so wide his face nearly folds. He says he will bring his prize along too. Manager's son says he will wait for the good news. Manager's son also shows a rather greasy smile. He has heard for a long time that I have an especially beautiful girlfriend. He just never had the chance to meet her. Now that Jean Jiwen claims he will get her and bring her over for him to see. Manager's son feels curious too, but thinking I lost my job just because Jean Jiwen wants my girlfriend. He cannot help sighing. Manager's son actually feels a little emotional. Beauty brings trouble, he thinks. Very original. I am not stupid. My work ability is strong. I usually have not offended anyone either. If my direct boss suddenly targets me, there must be a reason. But as for the exact reason, I am too lazy to dig into it. In the end, it is probably some dirty little mess. Perfectly enough, I do not want to work anyway. Manager's son doing this gives me a neat excuse to resign. Who needs work? Taking my wife to eat and buy a house. Sounds much sweeter, does it not? Seeing it is getting late, I drive straight toward Zhao Qing Shua's company. Qing Shua tells me she is out. After finishing the work in her hands, Zhao Qing Shua hurries out of the company. She plans to have lunch with me. But before she sees my car, she sees Jean Jiwen in a pink suit. He is holding a giant bouquet of roses. He leans against a McLaren 600 LT. Then he greets her. Although Jean Jiwen is not exactly handsome, He has clearly worked hard on styling. And with a supercar worth over 3 million, he does look a little charming. At least plenty of office ladies see him, and their eyes start glowing. One sighs that he is her dream rich bachelor. Another says to move on. He is not after her. Several passing office ladies look at Zhao Qingxue with jealousy. Then they leave, unwilling but defeated. But Zhao Qingxue sees Jin Jiwen appear, and immediately feels a headache forming. Others see him as charming. Zhao Qingxue sees pure greasy nausea, so she pretends she has not seen him at all. But Jin Jiwen has no plan to let her go. He directly blocks her path. She says she already has a boyfriend. She asks him to show some respect, even though he is a company client. Zhao Qingxue cannot tolerate it anymore. Her face freezes over like winter clocked in. He tells her not to be so heartless. Thinking he looks handsome, he flips his hair. Jin Jiwen takes a few steps forward. He offers Zhao Qingxue the roses. He asks if baby will honor him with lunch. Zhao Qingxue's face turns even colder. First, she is eating with her husband, so she has no time at all. Second, she does not eat alone with any male creature, except her husband. Jin Jiwen says fine, so that is how it is. He says it does not matter. They can do it next time. But he still insists she accept the roses. After roaming the dating battlefield for years, Jin Jiwen deeply understands that impatience cannot eat hot tofu. After Zhao Qingxue refuses his lunch invite, he does not force it. Instead, he asks her to accept the flowers. His little scheme is clicking like an abacus. Zhao Qingxue is a woman, after all, and a beautiful woman at that. On one side is an unemployed, useless husband. On the other is a polished rich heir. Given enough time, even if her love for me is sky high, it still has limits, he thinks. He does not believe his gentle attack will fail to make Zhao Qingxue fall. But while Jin Jiwen is lost in thought, someone suddenly snatches the roses from his hand. They fly in a neat arc straight into the trash. Before he can understand what happened, a tall, handsome figure is already standing beside Zhao Qingxue. I wrap my arm around her slender waist without debate. I tell him this is my woman. If she wants roses, I will buy them. He does not need to perform fake devotion here. Qingxue says Yuan, I am here. Seeing me arrive, Zhao Qingxue's eyes light up first. Then she glances proudly at Jin Jiwen. She says her husband is here, so he should stop blocking the road. The way Zhao Qingxue looks at me is almost sticky with honey. Jin Jiwen says I do not deserve Qingxue. That look hurts Jin Jiwen deeply. Thinking of what I just did, he clenches his fists. He sneers that maybe I can buy her roses. But can I give her the life she wants? I apologize and say I happen to be able to. I am too lazy to bother with Jin Jiwen. I hold Zhao Qingxue and walk toward the LaFerrari parked nearby. Jin Jiwen turns, ready to mock me again. But then, after seeing my LaFerrari, his mouth drops open. The words jam right in his throat. He wonders how this is possible. How could I possibly afford a LaFerrari? Jin Jiwen's family is not insanely rich. They only have assets around 100 million. Even with that, his father only bought him a 3 million plus McLaren. But he investigated me. My father is a civil servant. My mother runs a convenience store. With such an ordinary family, how could I drive a LaFerrari worth over 20 million? What kind of international joke is this? But the fact is right in front of him. I really am driving a LaFerrari. And in all of China, there are only 4 soft-top LaFerraris like it. This car may sound like only 20 million plus, but without the right connections, money alone cannot buy it. So who exactly am I? The pink-suited guy is no true rich bachelor. At most, he is a gold-plated toad. The one behind him, driving the LaFerrari, is the real golden son-in-law. Someone says the girl getting into the LaFerrari is Zhao Qingxue. She works at the design company upstairs. Another says she is so jealous of her. Someone else agrees, obviously. If 2 rich heirs fought over her, she would wake laughing from dreams too. Another tells her no dream is needed. She is already drooling right now. Plenty of nosy spectators gather around. After watching this whole little drama, they all start having pink bubble girl dreams. Of course, without exception, they all imagine themselves as Zhao Qingxue. But as the heroine of this little farce, Zhao Qingxue sits in the LaFerrari, not exactly happy. Instead, she feels a little sick. Qingxue mutters that this is ridiculous. She wonders if Jin Jiwen has water in his brain. She already has a husband as handsome as me, yet he still dares to chase her. And his words are unbearably gross. She says it completely ruins her appetite. After complaining about that, she rubs her stomach. She asks where we are going to eat. I ask what the rush is. I say we should go look at houses first. My next sentence leaves Zhao Qingxue stunned. Zhao Qingxue stares with those pretty eyes. She asks what international joke I am making. Did I not just lose my job? What am I using to buy a house? I say I will sell her to buy one. My wife is this beautiful after all. Surely she can trade for a large flat. She says she is being serious. I say I am serious too. As I speak, I contact my university classmate, Qi Jinshun. Qi Jinshun lived in the dorm next door. Because we worked well together in games, we often duo queued together. After graduation, we rarely had time to play. But the friendship is still there. From his moments, I know Qi Jinshun sells real estate. He has plenty of quality listings. Instead of searching blindly everywhere, I might as well let him show us around. Qi Jinshun replies to me quickly. He asks what is up, brother Yuan. I say I want to buy a house. Since he works in this field, I ask him to recommend a few good places. He says buying a house already? Impressive. Brother Yuan only graduated a year ago, and now I am buying a house. Meanwhile, on his side, he has not even saved the down payment. Hearing I want to buy a house, Qi Jinchun is very surprised. But he is loyal and asks me what kind of house I want. He asks for my requirements and budget. Then he can check for suitable listings. I say I do not have many requirements. I just want a large flat, preferably one with nice surrounding scenery. Qi Jinchun is waiting for layout details. He does not expect me to start with a scenic large flat. After choosing his words, Qi Jinchun does not want to discourage me, so he can only say he does have a few decent large flats, but the locations are rather remote and pricey. He thinks the value is too low. He asks if I have other requirements. I insist on a large flat. I tell him to take me to see it, just the best one he knows. Seeing how determined I am, Qi Jinchun cannot really say more, so he agrees. We arrange to meet in Pudong. Then I press the accelerator. I take Zhao Qingxue straight to Pudong. Pudong has a good environment. So many projects and luxury homes are built here. Any residence located here basically cannot have bad surroundings. Of course, the price is not friendly either. Housing prices here now have reached 70 to 80,000 per square meter. What does that number mean? Zhao Qingxue and I together could save about that much in a year. By the time Zhao Qingxue realizes we have reached Pudong, it is already too late. She watches me park, completely dazed. Then I take her to meet Qi Jinchun. When we meet, she foolishly asks me if I really plan to sell her. Her confused, innocent eyes are too cute. I cannot resist pinching her cheek. I ask how I could bear to sell her. Then she asks why I brought her here. While Zhao Qingxue is not paying attention, I quickly kiss her on the cheek. Qi Jinchun arrives and sees us feeding dog food. He immediately cries out. He calls us brother Yuan and sister-in-law. He begs us to act human. Single dogs have hard lives, he says. I tell him to cut the nonsense. I ask where that large flat is. Zhao Qingxue blushes from Qi Jinchun's teasing. She keeps burrowing into my arms. She looks ready to hide inside me. I smile and hold Zhao Qingxue. Then I bring the topic back to the house. Whatever I am thinking inside, I have already spoken. Qi Jinchun shakes the keys in his hand. Then he leads us toward D-Land Residence. He says the large flat he mentioned is over at D-Land Residence. There are still 2 units left. He will take us to see them. The large flats at D-Land Residence have excellent layouts. The environment is elegant and quiet, so they are very popular. Qi Jinchun has shown many people these units, but in the end, because of the price, none of the deals worked out. Qingxue says this place is really beautiful. Zhao Qingxue carefully walks into D-Land Residence. The community looks like a giant park. She takes a deep breath. Even the air feels good. I ask if she likes it here. I am quite satisfied with the environment too. So I lower my head and ask Zhao Qingxue. Zhao Qingxue nods, but she still hesitates. She says she likes it, yes, but we should see the house first. The large flat Qi Jinchun mentioned is on the 5th and 6th floors. It is fully renovated with 300 usable square meters, besides a master bedroom and 2 secondary bedrooms. It has a study, gym, viewing room, and kitchen. What Zhao Qingxue likes most is the living room of this large flat. It is especially spacious. The south side is one full transparent glass wall. A thick snow-patterned cashmere rug lies by the window. Beautiful green plants sit nearby. If the weekend sun is just right, she can brew a cup of coffee, pick 2 books she wants to read, then drink coffee and read on the rug. That is basically ultimate comfort. I ask if she really likes it. From Zhao Qingxue's expression, I can tell she loves it. So I ask softly by her ear. She says living here would be wonderful. I say her liking it is enough. Seeing Zhao Qingxue so satisfied, I plan to reserve this house directly. But before I can tell Qi Jinchun, I hear movement at the door. A burst of footsteps approaches. Another real estate agent brings in a man and woman. There are also a couple here to view the house. The man is not much to look at, but he wears a crisp suit. His imported leather shoes cost over 10,000. The woman wears a high-end silk suit. On her feet are red Tiffany heels. She carries a classic Chanel bag. Normally, house viewing is simple. If people happen to view together, then they can just look together. Zhao Qingxue and I do not mind at first. But who would have known? Once the woman enters, she sees Zhao Qingxue and me. She immediately rolls her eyes in irritation. She asks what kind of house they brought her to see. Apparently, any random cat or dog can come. She says their company management is far too loose. The agent apologizes, saying he did not know anyone was here. He offers to take them to the upstairs unit instead. The agent is extremely embarrassed by the two. He apologizes again and again. At the same time, he gives Qi Jinchun a blaming look. He asks what is wrong with him. Why did he not notify them before showing the house? Qi Jinchun clearly knows that agent, and the two obviously do not get along. So once Qi Jinchun hears him, he immediately lets out a cold laugh. He says he brought clients here first. If that agent wants to show the house, he can line up behind us. Hearing Qi Jinchun say that, the other agent eyes Zhao Qingxue and me with obvious bad intentions. He says Qi Jinchun is pretty interesting, bringing 2 poor dogs to view a house. Can they even afford it? I ask who he is calling poor dogs. Before Qi Jinchun can even speak, I suddenly open my mouth. My eyes turn cold. My voice drops low. That instantly pulls everyone's attention over. The woman is startled by my words. She clutches her chest and sneers. She says whoever fits the insult can wear it. She mocks what we are wearing. She says we dare come here to view houses. She asks if we know the prices here. She says we probably cannot afford a toilet. Then she orders the agent beside her. She asks why he is still standing there. She tells him to throw us out. Apparently, we are polluting the air now. Impressive. The agent nods quickly, treating them like big clients. So his attitude toward them is very flattering. The moment he hears the woman, he nods in a hurry. Then he frowns at Zhao Qingxue and me. He tells us to leave if we cannot afford it. If we keep refusing to go, he says he will call security. Qingxue softly suggests we just forget it. After all, we have already looked around. She says we should leave. Seeing the agent look down on us, Zhao Qingxue bites her lip. She lowers her head with hurt pride. Anyone with even a little dignity would feel awful hearing that. Especially a girl like Zhao Qingxue. His words hit her hard. Tears gather in her eyes. I coax her gently not to cry. In 4 years with Zhao Qingxue, I have never been willing to make her cry. Now 2 strangers actually do it. My heart aches immediately. At the same time, anger burns in my chest. I stand up without hesitation. I grab the woman's wrist. Then I push her out. I tell her to get out. From now on, this is my home. She protests that I am too rough. She asks if I can afford this place. She says talk is cheap when standing there. If I touch her again, she says she really will call security. The woman is not as strong as me, so I push her out easily. She staggers. She nearly falls to the floor. Her boyfriend and the agent want to help, but I look too scary, so they do not dare touch me. They only mock from a safe distance. I tell Brother Chun I am buying this flat. I ask him to handle the paperwork. I say this is my bank card. He can just swipe it directly. I stare coldly at the 3 of them. Then I take out my bank card and hand it to Qi Jinshun. Qi Jinshun finally says okay. At first, Qi Jinshun is still wondering how to handle them. He never expects me to throw them out so domineeringly. He is still standing there stunned. The next second, he sees my bank card. Now he is even more stunned. Is Su Yuan really buying this large flat? The problem is, it costs over 20 million. Even with a mortgage, the down payment is at least 4 or 5 million. Does Su Yuan really have that much? I ask why he is standing there. I tell him to hurry. Seeing Qi Jinshun frozen, I add another push. Only then does Qi Jinshun snap back. He turns to handle the paperwork for me. The woman clearly never expects a shabby-looking poor boy like me to be this rich. I actually buy it without hesitation. A large flat worth over 20 million, just like that. She is stunned and still wants to say something. In the end, she just stamps her foot. She straightens her clothes. Then she orders the agent to leave. Worst case, they will view another unit. I apologize and say I want the upstairs unit too. I turn straight to Qi Jinshun. I tell him to buy the upstairs one too. Now I am clearly going against them. The woman is furious because of my words. But she has no idea what to say. After all, I have the money. This time, she misjudged me. At first, she thought we were poor people here for sightseeing. Who knew we were hidden rich people? I tell her not to stand at my door. Her makeup is falling everywhere. If she does not mind the mess, I still do. Watching her tremble with rage, I feel no sympathy at all. I leave her that cold line. Then I slam the door shut. She screams that she is furious. You can call a woman morally rotten. You can even call her shameless. But never say a woman is ugly. So my words stab straight into her pride. She is so angry she nearly spits blood. She stomps and screams outside the door. The agent beside her never expected this either. He pauses awkwardly and speaks. He suggests they change to another house. There should be good listings nearby. Qi Jinshun bursts into laughter. He says Brother Yuan is way too awesome. Their 3 faces looked like rainbows. The expressions were wonderfully dramatic. After the door closes, the happiest person is not me or Zhao Qingxue. It is Qi Jinshun. Before, his performance at work was poor. Top salespeople often ordered him around. He had to serve tea and water. If he resisted even slightly, they would push him aside. That made him depressed for a while. Later, he tried to let it go, but he still could not swallow that anger. He kept wanting to win back his pride. My move today not only drives off those arrogant two, it also earns back plenty of face for him. But after laughing, he finally realizes something. He asks if I am really buying this large flat. I say the bank card is already in his hand. Would I joke about that? Qi Jinshun says I am incredible. He looks at me in disbelief. He never imagined Brother Yuan was a hidden rich heir beside him. He does not really believe I earned all this money myself. After all, we sometimes chat on WeChat. He never heard I made a fortune. Most likely, he thinks my family gave it. I smile without confirming or denying it. I tell him to stop talking nonsense. He should hurry and finish the paperwork. Qi Jinshun accepts the order like a loyal servant. The system chimes and congratulates me. I spent 21 million buying Qingxue a house. I receive a tenfold rebate of 200 million. Another 10 million lands in my account balance. The system reminds me to check it. Then the system congratulates me again. I spent 21 million buying Qingxue a house. This time, I get 10 school district flats. The system tells me to check that too. Qi Jinshun works very efficiently over there. He quickly finishes the housing paperwork. Meanwhile, I receive the system notification. This time, over 200 million cash arrives, plus 10 school district flats in Shanghai. Right now, those are the priciest homes. Their prices rise like rockets. Each one is worth at least 10 million. Chi Jin-shun hands me the property certificate. His face looks wonderfully conflicted. He gives the certificate to me. He handled the certificate himself, so of course he knows. Zhao Qingshue's name is written on it. That completely confuses him. Although Zhao Qingxue is my wife, and we are indeed very loving, that is still a house worth over 20 million. I put her name on it without blinking. Is he not afraid she will run off with it? I tell Qingxue she can live in a large flat now. The moment I receive the certificate, I hand it directly to Zhao Qingxue beside me. At that moment, Zhao Qingxue is completely dazed. Honestly, although I kept saying I would buy her a large flat, and I said it several times, she never really took it seriously, because she thought I had no money at all. But I have not only bought her a ring worth over 200,000, and a Porsche Cayenne worth over 2 million. I even buy her a large flat worth over 20 million. Altogether, that is nearly 25 million. Surprise is surprise. But what confuses her is where my money came from. Although Qingxue gets the property certificate, when she works that afternoon, her whole mind is floating like a lost balloon. Even her work efficiency drops by more than half. When we get home, Zhao Qingxue grabs me, just as I am about to pack things. Her little face looks extremely serious. Her lips press into a straight line. I see Zhao Qingxue does not look right. So I ask Qingxue curiously, what is wrong with her? She says she has something to ask me, and I must tell her the truth. Zhao Qingxue grips my sleeve tightly. Her big eyes stare into mine. Water shimmers in them already. Oh, seeing her so solemn, I find it a little funny. I also put on a serious face and nod. I say whatever she asks next. I will answer honestly. If I do not tell the truth, I'll let her eat me tonight. Very heroic. She says she is not joking. I nod and say I know. Zhao Qingxue clenches her little fists. In the end, she still asks. She asks if I went into that line of work. Hearing her ask that, I pause. For a moment, I do not understand. I ask what line she means. A gigolo? Or something like that? She means doing something illegal. She tells me straight. She suspects I started trafficking powder. Now she wants me to tell her if it is true. She says not to be afraid if I really did it. She will not blame me. Worst case, she will go with me to surrender. Maybe I only get a few decades. She says she will wait for me. As Zhao Qingxue keeps talking, the tears in her eyes shine brighter. Those golden beans are about to fall. Looking at her like this, I cannot hold back and laugh. Then I pull her into my arms. I kiss her firmly a few times. After tasting that sweet honey, I ask where her imagination ran off to. How could I possibly do that? Then she asks where my money came from. Zhao Qingxue looks at me, wronged. After getting the certificate and returning to work, the more she thinks, the stranger it feels. She just cannot understand how I suddenly become this rich overnight. Where did all this money come from? Obviously, my family cannot possibly give me that much. I go to work every month for a fixed salary of only 8,000. She has never seen me do any side jobs either. Did the money fall from the sky? Surely money does not fall from heaven. The fast money methods are all written in criminal law. That is why Zhao Qingxue thinks I did something bad. The thought roots itself in her mind. The more she thinks, the more she feels I did too much for her. So she has already decided. If I really get into trouble, she will wait for me the whole time. I ask if she knows Bitcoin. I pat Zhao Qingxue on the head. Back when I was in high school, I got bored. I saw people online saying Bitcoin was valuable. So I used New Year money to buy 200. I only remembered it 2 days ago. Of course, the system cannot be revealed to Zhao Qingxue. But Zhao Qingxue is not easy to fool. I think for ages before choosing this excuse. Zhao Qingxue blinks at the word Bitcoin. Nowadays, Bitcoin. Of course she knows what Bitcoin is. But she never expected it to be that valuable. Can Bitcoin buy a house? Can it buy a car? I say of course it can. Seeing Zhao Qingxue still doubtful, I take out my phone and check Bitcoin. Prices for Zhao Qingxue to see. 1 Bitcoin is now worth 350,000. I bought 200 before, remember? If I sell them now, I make 70 million clean. Zhao Qingxue counts 70 million on her fingers. That is no small amount. Even her dreams never budget that high. She smiles and wraps her arms around my neck. Zhao Qingxue is almost crying from joy, but her words leave me full of black lines. She says it is great that I did nothing bad. Should the point not be that we have money? Silly girl. Her words make my heart ridiculously soft. I am holding Zhao Qingxue, ready for warmth. Then a phone suddenly rings. Mood assassin. Zhao Qingxue quickly pushes me away and answers. The call is from the parcel pickup point. The caller tells Miss Zhao the pickup point is almost exploding from her parcels. She needs to come quickly and collect her deliveries. Qingxue asks if they mean her parcels. Yes, they are all hers. The caller urges her to come get them. It is Sister Ling from the convenience store downstairs. Whenever Zhao Qingxue shops online, her packages are stored there. After hearing Sister Ling, Qingxue is confused. She has not bought anything recently. Right, if she remembers correctly. Each time a courier leaves her parcel, at the pickup point downstairs, they send her a text message. This afternoon, her phone did receive many texts, but because her whole afternoon was spent thinking about me, she never checked those messages carefully. Now that she thinks about it, they seem to be delivery texts. She quickly opens her messages and looks. Sure enough, there are at least 50 or 60 delivery notices. I tell my wife that when she fell asleep that night, I helped clear out her shopping cart, smiling brightly at her. I ask if she is not going down to collect them. She stares at me. Her shopping cart? Having a cart cleared is supposed to feel happy, but Zhao Qingxue now feels dizzy. She likes adding things she likes to her cart, but sometimes adding them is only meant as a bookmark. It does not mean she wants to buy them, especially since her cart has many luxury items she cannot afford. Did I buy all of them? No way, right? Seriously, no way. She quickly opens Taobao on her phone. Her shopping cart is truly empty. After seeing that, Zhao Qingxue has no idea what to say. She says money is not for spending like this. She angrily pinches my arm. Then she orders me downstairs to fetch parcels. We hold hands and go downstairs to the convenience pickup point. Sister Ling is sorting today's parcels in the shop. When she sees Zhao Qingxue arrive, she points to the pile at the very back. She says all of those belong to Qingxue. The convenience store downstairs is only a tiny parcel pickup point. Usually, it only receives packages for our building, so there are not that many deliveries. But today, Zhao Qingxue's packages take up half the convenience store. There is barely room to step. My romance has logistics. A customer calls out to Sister Ling. They say her pickup business looks pretty good. Just parcels alone must earn a lot daily. Someone comes in to buy something. Seeing Sister Ling's shop packed full, with packages everywhere, they speak with envy. Sister Ling shakes her head. She says this is just a small convenience store. With such limited space, how much business can it really have? The customer says there are many parcels here. At least over 100, surely. Pickup points holding parcels for people certainly do not work for free. Private convenience store pickup points like this. Usually each package earns 1 yuan. 1 yuan per package sounds tiny, but small coins pile up. Over time, it still becomes decent money. Out of 100 packages, 70 are Qingxue's. Sister Ling looks at Zhao Qingxue helplessly. Curious, she asks if Qingxue got rich. Why else buy this many things? All these packages are sorted and arranged by Sister Ling alone, so she inevitably sees some details printed on the delivery bags. Inside these packages, besides fancy clothes, shoes, and bags, there are all kinds of cosmetics. Those beauty products are all famous international brands. None of them are cheap. Buying all of them together must cost at least over 100,000. Spending that much in one breath. What kind of family is this? Qingxue says her husband bought them. Zhao Qingxue glances at me helplessly. She feels a little embarrassed. Shopping should be done slowly, right? What is this bulk buy hurricane? Sister Ling hears Zhao Qingxue. She freezes for a moment. Envy almost spills out of her eyes. Zhao Qingxue and I have lived here for a year. Sister Ling knows we are ordinary workers. We rarely buy many things. This time, Qingxue suddenly gets so many parcels. At first, Sister Ling thinks they are her own, but after thinking it over, she feels that cannot be right. There are simply too many. Who buys this much for no reason? Maybe Zhao Qingxue started a small business. Maybe she resells online or runs micro-commerce. That is trendy now, after all, but she never expects. These things are really Zhao Qingxue's. The amount is ridiculously huge, and all of it is from me. Bought for Qingxue. Sister Ling says men of our generation really know how to spoil their wives. She sighs and shakes her head. Then again, maybe not all of them. She has several nieces. About Qingxue's age, their husbands are not nearly this good. She says Qingxue is truly lucky. Qingxue thanks Sister Ling. Being envied, of course, makes Zhao Qingxue secretly happy. While checking her packages, she quietly turns back and glances at me behind her. Her eyes meet mine at just the right moment. Then she scolds me for buying so many packages. How is she supposed to move them all back? She tells me to hurry over and help. But after the happiness fades, Zhao Qingxue faces the real headache. This many packages cannot go upstairs at once. It would take at least a dozen trips. We have already decided to move tomorrow. We will live in the large flat in Pudong. If we carry the parcels up now, we must carry them down again tomorrow. That is painfully troublesome. After thinking for a moment, Zhao Qingxue only picks a few packages she especially wants. The rest can go straight into the moving car tomorrow. Sister Ling sighs that youth is wonderful. Watching Zhao Qingxue and me leave, Sister Ling is full of envy. She turns and photographs the package pile. Then she sends it to her live chat group. She tells everyone to look. If you marry this kind of man. A man willing to clear your shopping cart. At first, when everyone sees her picture, they do not feel much. After all, Sister Ling handles parcel pickup. A convenience store having dozens of parcels is normal. But once they discover all those packages belong to one person, the group instantly turns sour with envy. Someone calls out to Sister Ling. They ask if men really clear carts now. Sister Ling says she saw it herself. How could it be fake? Someone says good men like that really exist. Another says if she met such a sensible man, she would build a zoo to protect him. Looking at the group chat, and that photo inside, many people are painfully envious. They all complain about their own big pig trotters. Someone tells everyone to disperse. A man this good is probably not for them. Shihan giggles at Qingxue. She says this might be her most liked post recently. It even beats her 9-photo selfie grid. Sure enough, in this era, beauty, when facing money, has absolutely no competitive power. Back home, Zhao Qingxue packs with me. While chatting with Shihan, Shihan also complains to Zhao Qingxue about taking pictures of the Porsche Cayenne yesterday and posting them to Moments. She says what a pity. That car is not hers. If the Porsche Cayenne were hers, she would post 9 photos every day. Then Shihan whines for Qingxue. Why is Qingxue replying so slowly? Does Qingxue not love her anymore? Seeing Chihan's messages, Zhao Qingxue smiles helplessly. She says she is packing. We are moving tomorrow. Chihan says moving makes sense. We have lived here for a year. The lease should be ending too. Once Chihan hears it, she warmly asks where we are moving. Conveniently, she can take a day off tomorrow and come help us move. Qingxue says making her take leave is embarrassing. Chihan says Qingxue is her best friend. How could she bear to let Qingxue suffer? Zhao Qingxue pauses for a moment. Then she says Chihan should just admit she wants leave. No need to pretend it is all for moving help. Chihan fake cries at Qingxue. How can Qingxue say that about her? She loves Qingxue so much. Of course, she wants to help her move. That is why she is taking leave. Worst case, she will not ask for a meal. Just let her help with the move. Under Chihan's persistent pestering, Zhao Qingxue can only agree to tomorrow. The next day, sure enough, Chihan drives her little car downstairs. She announces she is here to help us move. She says she even changed into sportswear today. Apparently, she can become a mighty warrior any second. Actually, Chihan is pretty sincere. Although she insists on helping us move, partly to escape work, she is not here to slack off. She wears simple sportswear that is easy to move in, plus sneakers. That posture really does say moving helper. This time, though, we do not need much help. I do not stand on ceremony. We packed most things last night. As for moving everything downstairs, I hired movers to handle it, so she does not need to worry. Qingxue says there is nothing at home needing help, but there is one place that does. Zhao Qingxue points at Sister Ling's store downstairs. Chihan does not understand right away. She asks what is going on. Are we moving the convenience store too?